Have you ever had a dream that felt a little too real? We're about to dive into a story about a dream that didn't just feel real, it crossed over. It's an incredible account that really blurs that line between a nightmare and a waking reality.
It's a terrifying thought, right? Something you see in movies. But for the person who shared this story, it wasn't just a scary idea, it actually happened. So let's break down this bizarre, unsettling series of events.
Okay, so it all kicks off inside a dream. It's super vivid, happening at a strange time of night, but for the first few minutes, everything seems totally, completely normal.
So picture this. Our narrator is dreaming. He's out for a run at 2 in the morning. A bit weird, but hey, it's a dream, right? Then he bumps into some old friends from school he hasn't seen in forever. They have a totally normal chat for about 5 minutes under a streetlight, and then he just continues on his run. Nothing out of the ordinary at all.
But this is exactly where that feeling of normal just ends. As he keeps running, the whole atmosphere of the dream shifts because of a new figure that appears up ahead.
He sees an old woman in the distance, and what stands out is this bright, gleaming white hood she's wearing. It looks like she's having trouble struggling with her walking stick. So, his first instinct is just pure compassion. He starts to cross the road to go help her out.
As he gets closer, a voice suddenly cuts through the dream. A voice he says he actually recognizes from other experiences. And it says, flat out, leave her alone. He kind of hesitates, thinking, but she looks like she needs help. And the voice says it again, this time with way more urgency. He makes a choice. He ignores the warning, deciding to help anyway. And the moment he commits to that, the dream completely spirals into this state of absolute terror. He's basically trapped.
It's like a switch flips. All of a sudden, his body becomes incredibly heavy. He's completely paralyzed, can't move a muscle, can't even get a word out. It's a feeling he's familiar with, like sleep paralysis but while standing up, and pure, raw panic just floods in. He knows something awful is about to happen.
And that's when the old woman finally turns to look at him. But it's not a stranger. He's staring at the face of a coworker from his actual office, and she's smiling, but there's this wicked glitter in her eye. It is not a friendly look.
Just as he's frozen in fear, that same mysterious voice comes back. Only this time, it's not a warning, it's a defense. It gives him a 6-word mantra, something he describes as his own personal, spiritual security blanket. It's a phrase he keeps to himself, but one that he knows has real power. So he's fighting to speak, right? Repeating the mantra over and over in his head, trying to force the words out of his paralyzed body. And as he finally manages to say it, faster and faster, the look on his coworker's face just transforms. It goes from that wicked smile to pure, utter shock. And just like that, the threat is broken.
He escapes. In the dream, he just turns and runs all the way home. But here's the kicker. The terror doesn't stop when the dream does. In fact, it's really just getting started. The very second he gets home in the dream and sits down on his bed, he jolts awake. For real this time. He sits bolt upright in his actual bed, grabs his phone to check the time, and what does it say? 2:30 a.m. on the dot.
And at that precise instant, the sound just erupts outside his window. Every dog in the neighborhood starts barking. And we're not talking about a little yapping. This is loud, aggressive, frantic barking, like they're all reacting some kind of threat.
The sound gets closer. He then hears something unmistakable. It's his own gate, the gate to his apartment compound. He hears it move. A distinct, physical sound that means something or someone is right there.
In that one chilling moment, he is absolutely certain. That thing from his dream, the entity wearing his coworker's face, it has followed him home. He's so terrified he doesn't dare look out the window, doesn't even move a blind. He just holds his breath and waits. As you can imagine, he does not go back to sleep. A few hours pass and he meets up with his friend Max for their usual 5 a.m. walk. And this is where the last and maybe most chilling piece of the puzzle just clicks into place.
So get this, before our narrator can even say a word about what happened, his friend Max asks him if something strange went down. Why? Because Max also felt this really weird energy at around 2:30 a.m. He heard all the dogs going crazy too. He even sensed some kind of disturbance right outside. Their experiences, they lined up perfectly. After he tells Max the entire story about the dream and everything that happened when he woke up, Max just looks at him and says, "This is not normal."
I mean, that's the understatement of the year, right? It leaves us with this really unsettling question. What truly separates our nightmares from our reality? And just how thin is that wall between them?